Adora to Megapops. Also a scenery change from our usual resort to resort. But as you can tell, we cannot just simply place Adora down because she is more expensive than the starting cash that we get. So we're going to be placing down a submarine, and then let's get to it. Twin guns for double the action. We now have the money to place Adora down, and possibly my favorite skin of my favorite hero, the Void variant. It does begin indeed. Your beginning to greatness. Adora is a strange tower because she is one of the towers that levels up the slowest, so we're going to need to take advantage of her blood sacrifice ability, which will enable us to sacrifice a tower so that she may gain levels depending on what is sacrificed to the Void Maiden herself. Longer range, advanced intel, and submersion support so that it does not contribute any more damage, but provides some decamification for those pesky camo balloons. Oh, we may need the submarine again for some of these balloons, which are getting quite far into the track. Don't be afraid to unsubmerge and resubmerge the submarine in case if there's anything pesky that is about to escape. Round 24, camo balloons. Not a problem. There we go. Now the camo layer has been removed. Sometimes it takes a bit of time for it to actually activate. But when it does, no more... Oh, hello. Bubble balloons. No worry. The long light arm shall enable us to pierce through your wicked defenses, purple balloon. Let's see, a monkey village, bigger radius, and at some point jungle drums. Leads will not be a problem round 28 because Adora can crush those as well. She can pop anything really, theoretically, if she has provided support. Like... She doesn't need an MIB technically in order to pop purple balloons, but it is recommended just so that you don't have to worry about it when the ability is no longer in action. Let's see, jungle drums, and we're gonna get ourselves a 400 alchemist for Adora. But I did want to place it so that the submarine does not affect. The submarine is not affected by the alchemist, so that all the attention goes to Voidora. Adora is a hero where I really like all three of her skins, and that's really rare because there may be one or two which I really like of a hero, but then there's a third one which I don't dislike. Like, I don't think there is a skin of a character that I dislike at all, but some of them I'm like, it's not for me, but I can understand why it's appealing for others. Berserker Brew, round 39. Yeah, once you get the Berserker Brew and Strongest Stimulant active, along with some camo support, there's not a huge amount that you have to worry about. Here we go. This is something that we do have to worry about. But first, moral cost, actually, we're going to give it a little bit more firepower by initiating the submarine out of its submerged status, and we're going to need that. Yeah, we've got this in the bag. There's a little bit of a struggle there, but we've got it in the bag. By round 50, Adora will be much stronger. Right, let's get some radar scanner going. We've got a blood sacrifice ability ready, and I'm sorry, dear submarine. You've been a great help getting to this stage, but you're going to have to be sacrificed in order for Adora to gain power. So let's see, what is she at now? Level 7. So if we sacrifice a submarine... Okay, it went partially to level 8, but not a huge amount. We're going to need something with a bit more value behind it so that it gives even more to the levels. Because as you could probably saw right there, she gains experience extremely slowly. But with her sacrifice, we can abuse the otherwise mechanics that the game would offer in order to gain more for our hero, which we are hoping to get 2 million pops or more with. And here comes the MIB, so we don't have to worry about those pesky purple balloons when our long arm of light is no longer active. Purple balloons no longer a worry. Rainbow balloons not even a worry. You're gonna have to bring out some ceramics if you want to give me a challenge. Yeah, there we go. They're going a bit away from the track, but still no match for Adora. Still a little bit of a struggle with the Moab. We still need a little bit of support.
Yes.
Okay, so you shoot 4 divine bolts at a time, which makes it just a tad easier, but not a whole lot easier. So, yep, clear those up, and we're going to put down a engineer right here so that it cannot pop anything. And we're going to put it with overclock once we get to 14,500 monkey muns. So it will be able to increase her attack speed even more. Here we go, here's some money for overclock, and it will be applied to Adora as soon as it's active, like now. Like in any 2 Megapop scenarios, an overclock is an absolute necessity. If it's not level 20 or not tier 5, then you're guaranteed to always have the overclock status in effect with the selected tower in place. But if your hero is at level 20 or your tower is at tier 5, it's only like a 65% or 70% uptime. So it's only active for 65 or 70% of the time until the ability itself has been recharged. But as you can tell by the overclock, it is going to work spectacularly, and we do not need to worry about ceramics for now. Also this thing, that's good. Excellent. Also, the strongest Imminent Alchemist is really helping out too. Like, there's no worries about that whatsoever. Camo leads, not a problem. Round 6 is the next challenge for us, so we're going to be doing our long light of arm. I know I keep mixing up the pronunciation of the ability, but you get the gist of where I'm getting at, okay? You really do. I don't need to explain it to you, okay? You know Adora, you know Voidora. So how would you rank your favorite skin of Adora? I personally go Voidora first, then her base skin second, and her Joan of Arc skin third. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really like the Joan of Arc skin quite a lot. It's very thematically appropriate towards a maiden warrior. As a maiden warrior that fought within, I think it was 100 battles or 100 years battles when it came between England and France. So very thematically appropriate as a very renowned individual for France, I believe. Anyway, let's talk about history. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh, they're getting very close to the end there. But we do have ability nearly restored, which we're gonna need. Yeah, we're gonna use it. I'm not going to take any chances. We're gonna use it. You're not going to escape round 63 ceramics. I do want a perma brew. Unfortunately though, I feel like we're gonna have to deviate just a little bit so that Adora can get some levels going. So what I'm thinking of is I'm going to sacrifice a Dark Knight with Plasma Blast, so that our beloved hero will be able to go from level 10 to level 12. Excellent. So we gain 2 levels from our Super Monkey, which is excellent, which means it will make it a little bit easier in order to pop these Hellions with. To get the Dark Orb. Not sure whether to call it a Dark Orb of light, sorry, or just a Dark Orb in itself. I mean, Voidora represents darkness or emptiness within itself. So you can't really call it a Orb of Light, Orb of Darkness, Orb of Nothing. However you want to call it. It's a game where you play it after all, so don't let the game tell you what a tower is called. You as the player decide what the tower is called, or a representation of what it feels for you. Level 13 Divine Bolts pierce for even more balloons, which is excellent, and increase damage to fortified balloons, which is also excellent. Which means we'll get pops even faster against those fortified behemoths that dare to think that they are protected with their fortified layer. Here's a question for you. Would you think that a fully buffed out Adora, so therefore vengeful, super sacrifice sort of Adora, would be more powerful than, let's say, a level 1 Paragon? So therefore you've got the Perma Brew, you've got the Ultra Boost times 10, you have the, of course, the VTSG nearby, The Adora herself has been transformed because of the TSG and the VTSG. Like, do you think that by herself, with all of these buffs, she would be more powerful and get more pops than a level 1 Paragon? I'm not saying level 100 Paragon, that is really absurd, especially the likes of the Goliath Doomship or the Navarch. But just a level 1 of a Dart Monkey or a Boomerang Monkey Paragon. Down 78 and no issues whatsoever because of our abilities. Like Adora in general. A lot of her power is reliant upon her abilities, but her base attack is nothing to stifle with. Okay, level 15 Divine Bolts burn through an extra balloon layer, plus Ball of Light, question mark, deals more damage. I'm not talking about the ability itself being questionable, I'm talking about the actual visual representation of that wording of this skin, because it's not light. She sucks in light, this dark maiden. You are maidenless. That's round 79 wraps up now the ZMG, our next biggest challenge. It sure does seek to overwhelm, but it's not going to do that, you know. And with the power of you, and well, you're going to triumph over this thing. Whether you want to or not. In fact, you will. Because I'm not giving you a choice here. I'm starting to think that we may not be able to afford the perma-brew. We might have to go a call to arms and then do some more sacrifices. But we'll see how we go. And we're just seeing how we go with just the overclock in place. Okay, so it rips that layer to shreds. Now we'll do that. I think we'll need it. And that'll recharge in time for round 81, but I just want to see how it goes. I'm not going to try and do the Ball of Light. Yeah, we'll wrap this up. We will definitely wrap this up. Oh my god, okay, maybe we won't wrap it up. We won't wrap it up, okay. I thought we were going to wrap it up, but I was panicked by all that. So yeah, that's not going to work. I think I might scrap my plans of getting a perma-brew in place for a call to arms and then an additional sacrifice down here for Adora to suck up. There we go. Now level 17, and what do we get through all of this? So our next thing shoots 8 of them, which will be an increase of 6. So Adora increases attack speed even more, lovely. Long arm of light becomes even more deadly, lovely. Gone through that, gone through that, gone through that. Yeah, I think we should be okay on the sacrificial part now. So what should we get next? Probably Homeland Defense could still be reachable, but I don't think Perma-Brew is reachable anymore. Crikey, she's going to town against all of these. Like, they don't stand a chance. Super Ceramics, what are you? You are nothing, that's what you are. By the time Voidor is done with you, you are nothing. You are sent back to where everything starts from beneath creation itself. Keep on going, keep on going. Yeah, that sacrifice was well worth it. The 2 Super Monkey sacrifices were very much worth it. Let's see. Going to combine the power of Overclock and Call to Arms for a deadly experience for these ZMGs. It's just a shame that Call to Arms doesn't last longer, but you can just put multiple amounts of them down so that the effect of it is constantly going. But we're not about that life. We're the single life here. And in the single life, we don't have multiples of the same thing. We only have one of the same thing. Because they are all individuals in their own ways, and I am talking way too much. But I'm sorry, but Adora only has a few points of which could be a struggle, but it's like I have to kind of fill in the gaps with just other things. So hope you're all having a lovely day where you are, and thank you all so much for all of your support throughout my 2 Megapop videos so far. Like, I've been having a huge blast with going through all of the different, like, scenarios, stuff like that. And someone commented about, like, I'm impressed by how one tower could have so much power. And that is to an extent true. But without support like the Alchemist, the Overclock, a village of sorts, one tower can only do so much on their own. Support is just as important as the power itself, because that support really brings out the power in which they may have not even realized before. So do the long arm of light again, and look at that art spaghetti go. DDTs, this could be worrying. Nah, we got it. There's more than enough here so that the divine bolts go through multiple DDTs without a single bit of worry whatsoever. 91. Yeah, this is the other map that is considered the easiest in the game. It's certainly the longest, but with all these logs here, there could be some kind of barrier to worry about. Whereas Resort only has the umbrellas and the bottom left tree, which I actually use as a huge means of advantage so that I can block the view of the tower if I only want it for support. So let's see, Adora's at level 19. I do think we're going to get to level 20 without needing another sacrifice. Let's see. Let's just summon everything. Let's not waste any time. I mean, her abilities come back quite quickly anyways. And, well, in comparison to Quincy, who is a rather weak hero to say the least, I feel like Quincy has been done dirty in the game because his abilities take such a long amount of time in order to recover, whereas other heroes, especially like Striker Jones, they get their abilities back insanely quickly. I suppose a concussion shot doesn't really do a huge amount other than stun, but it's still the fact that you are able to get your abilities back extremely quickly. We will see how we get along in this. I do really want that permabrew, but do we have the money for it? That is the question. But also the urgency of accessing any one of them at any given time, because this is permanent, this is temporary, but the temporary is closer because it is accessible to us right now, whereas the other thing is not accessible to us right now. Okay, round 95. Let's see how this gets along. This is one of the scarier rounds, actually, because DDTs are in their own way menacing. If you're not prepared for DDTs, then there is no way you can do this. Oh my gosh, activate anything and everything, and Adora just becomes a Moab and ceramic killing machine. And fortified as well. Like, these fortified are usually a big struggle for most towers, but Adora, she is specifically designed to handle through those fortification layers. Quarter Arms is great. Oh, we're able to get our permabrew, no problem. I thought it would be impossible because of the sacrifices we did earlier, but I think we'll have the money for it. So we're going to go with permabrew route as opposition to the homeland defense route. I hope I'm saying all that correctly. Yeah, we're going to get to level 20, no problem. Look at this. Level 19, level 20 soon. And there it is. No more need for sacrifices, although I think we will do a sacrifice at level, or sorry, around 100, so that we have that bit more firepower, because even though she won't gain any more levels because she's at the max level, the sacrifices will still be greatly beneficial against the bad because of the fact that sacrifices do power up, well, both power and rate of fire, range. Yeah, but they're all good. They're all really good. I wonder why the bolts don't always just channel through. Like, sometimes they just spray off to the side rather than seek the target in question. We're nearly there. Come on. Under 1,000 left. We're just going to activate the abilities. I can't wait around for this. There we go. Permabrew is now ours. And now we're going to go into town with this. Round 98. You... Once I get my abilities back, are the equivalent of not... Oh my god, I realized that level 20 Overclock no longer has a 100% uptime. But look at how Adora just goes to work. She's just so impressive. That's why I like her so much, just because of what she does. Fortified fads, fortified fortified deities. Those are the only things that we don't encounter in chimps. Fortified bats. Okay, so what can we do here? I'm thinking of a balloon impact sacrifice. There we go. Oh yeah, fed you alright. So now that little sacrifice emblem is up, and as long as that... Shut up, Adora. But yeah, this is going to be very easy. Quarter arms, long light, which is practically infinite range. Like when you have the true sun god in place, it practically is an infinite range thing, which covers the entire map. Let's see. That goes like that. Oh my goodness sakes. It's a bunch of very blue spaghetti. I wouldn't eat spaghetti if it was that color, unless it was purposely colored, which doesn't alterate the composition of said spaghetti. And but a bad win, but the DDT just did not really last at all. And we got the challenge done and dusted. 202 Druid, I'll take it. 2.31 million pops. Like, this is a hero which I was fully confident with. There are others as well, like, I was going to say Striker Jones. What's the other one? Captain Churchill. Quincy is a maybe. Solar definitely. Brickle could be a question mark. Quincy's a question mark. Gwendolyn. Purple balloons are a big problem. Striker Jones just is not powerful enough. Geraldo's definitely possible. Like, put down all of his items, especially with the shooty turrets very early on, and you're going to be able to have yourself a lot of firepower within the entirety of the game, and also all of his items as well. So let me know what tower you'd like me to go for next. I've been trying to test the Bomb Blitz, and I cannot fathom a way in order to pop the bad, but then also from there pop the other layers as well, because the DDTs just always escape a map. Because on Resort I've been trying to do this, and the bad is only popped right at the very end, and that's combining with Permabrew, Call to Arms, Overclock. Like, the only other thing that could really improve it is Homeland Defense, but stacking all of those together is too expensive for a chimps game. Inferno Arena is definitely possible. The Attack Zone would more likely be possible if it wasn't for the more recent nerfs on it. Super Maelstrom, I don't see how that is a thing. Let's see. Carrier Flagship is definitely up there. Pirate Lord definitely up there. Like, especially in the previous update, like update 35, the Pirate Lord was just a monster which could literally do a 1-tower chimp, and in that case a 2 Megapop as well. Like, imagine a imagine a 2 Megapop 1-tower chimp. Like, that's the only thing that's more impressive than a 2-tower chimp 2 Megapop. Flying Fortress could be too expensive to get to, but then again I did the anti-balloon with solder, so I'm not sure what I'm complaining about that one. Sky Shredder could be, it just lacks ceramic popping power if there's a huge amount of them. Apache Prime is definitely up there as a could do. None of the other two down here, just as there's not enough power in Shattering Shells to get you up to Balloon Incineration. Ray of Doom is possible, but you'll need something to handle the purple balloons and early on lead balloons. Archmage is definitely up there. Already done Wizard Lord Phoenix. Already done Anti-Balloon. The other two routes are too expensive. Grandmaster Ninja we've done already. Master Bomber, I don't think so. Like, yes, it can stun balloons and able to pop Moabs easily, but the problem is that the Flash Bomb is just not that good against a huge amount of ceramic. So that's where we're gonna end off that possibility. Permabrew, just absolutely not. it's a support tower by nature. It's not an offensive tower unless you pair it with perishing potions. But then even like a Moab will pass through with no problems. Balloon Master Alchemist is impossible because it does not affect bats whatsoever. Total Transformation is a bit of a weird gimmick, really. Like, it's something that relies its ability to be active in order for it to be powerful. And also it cannot be brewed whatsoever. Spirit of the Forest, I've tried it. It's the bad that will make our run bad. Avatar of Wrath could be. Pop Loss is the main problem because it just doesn't have enough power in order to get you the 45,000 you need for, well, actually even more than that because Chimps is on hard mode in order to get the Avatar of Wrath. And once you get that, then you're set. Obviously, Banana Farm does not exist. I don't see anything out of these. Like, Copper Spikes is not very good against Super Ceramics. Super Mines is too expensive. Perma Spike nerfed to Oblivion. Primary Expertise. Like, wouldn't you get 42,000 pops first before you're able to place one of these down? Like, you'd probably have to do like, you have to pop down like 3 Monkey Commerces in order to make the other things cheaper, but then what's the point of that? Someone recommended XXL Trap, and what I find to be the biggest problem is actually getting it. Not the XXL Trap itself, but Balloon Trap going into XXL Trap. Like, you can't get the money first in order to actually get to that point. It's a good suggestion, but it's initially getting there that's the biggest issue. Like with all of these, it's like, well, yes, that is very powerful, that is very powerful, that is very powerful, but you got to be able to get to that first. Megalodon and Gigantanosaurus definitely is possible. Crossbow Master, question mark. Trying to get from Turbocharge to Permacharge is a no. Merpress is crap against ceramics. And then we're back here with Bomb Blitz. These two other paths are not possible. Like, this is good for stunning. It's only good for support in order to stun balloons. Like the Balloon Crush is brilliant when paired with Solder. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. None of the glue gunners really, even Balloon Solver, like up against the bad, it really does very little damage against the bad. So yeah, snipers, neither of these really. Like the closest would be Elite Defender, but you'd have to. Actually, Shrapnel has its own advantages over Large Caliber, but just for raw power against a bad, Large Caliber would be better. Energizer's bad against Moab class balloons. Preemptive Strike is time based, along with First Strike capabilities. Sub Commander bad against DDTs, and I think that is a wraps really. Like, that is everything. Like, none of the ice towers are good at all. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what tower you'd like to see next, and please, by all means, when you are purchasing something from the balloon store, please by all means enter in flare balloons, and then from there you will be able to help out the channel in your own lovely way, so that you, when you purchase something, can feel that little bit more giftful. And I thoroughly appreciate that as well. I have no idea why I got knowledge of. I think I was practicing something for a Chimps run. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.